that's not good.
That's not good. We're going to run down week 1 of the NFL season. We're going to picks, a little bit of fantasy advice. Had our first game Thursday. It was the Packers and the Bears. The Bears looked like garbage. Either that or the Packers defense was really good, but I would just put it on Trubisky not being that great.
The fantasy relevancy wise, Montgomery was getting picked really high up in the drafts. He did not show out. He looked good, but the timeshare was ridiculous. Like, I would not touch that backfield for a week or two. Just see how that shakes out. See if they start trusting him. But he's a decent stash.
And if you touch people's backfield, sometimes you can get charged with that. So.
Wait, what?
Yeah. But I did pick the Packers, but we won't count that because it wasn't on camera. So.
I did too.
No, you didn't. I remember our manifesto when we did all the picks.
I
you were high on the Bears and low on the Packs. First game, 12 o'clock slate. We got Chiefs and the Jags. Both picking the Chiefs.
Yep, I agree with that.
But there is one thing. The Jags were the only team last year that did not let Pat Mahomes throw a touchdown all year.
And Chiefs don't trust the running backs back there. The backfield is overloaded with players. There's too many people back there. You got Damian Williams, Sean McCoy, some other guy that they were talking about early. Just leave that alone for a week or two. Stash the players. Should be good.
All right. Second game, we got Falcons and the Vikings. I'm
picking the Falcons.
There's a lot of fantasy people there, a bunch of obvious ones.
Yeah, but nothing really hot takey.
No.
I wouldn't feel.
Game 3, you got the Titans versus the Browns.
I got Browns.
I also got Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield feeling dangerous.
You said there was an injury with Odell Beckham, but
yeah, he's got a hip thing, but he says he's gonna play.
Everyone says that right now. It seems like
they're
just trying to freak us out.
Yeah.
In the fantasy world.
Fourth game, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Jets.
I got Bills.
Also got Buffalo.
Hot take on that one. Don't trust the backfield. It's interesting right now. Singletary looks good, and I like him a lot. He's a good stash, but you got Frank Gore. I think if Singletary doesn't show out, then they're going to play Gore more. Just put in the veteran. You got Yeldon. That's kind of so. I wouldn't trust that backfield right now. The Jets, Robbie Anderson. If you guys haven't looked at him yet, he balled out on us last year. I don't trust him week 1. Our defense is looking good, but after that, he catches a lot of deep balls from Sam Darnold, and he's looked good this year. So
a lot of balls from Darnold. All right. Next game, we got the Ravens and the Dolphins. I have the Miami Dolphins.
And I picked the Ravens. For some reason, Gil hates the Ravens.
I think the Ravens are trash. The experts are high on Lamar Jackson. I would not play him.
See, that's what I was about to say. That's a little hot take for the Ravens. That's your lottery ticket right there. Put it on your stash. Try and start him maybe. He's going to get you rushing yards. They're saying he's looking better throwing. He's got some receivers now. We'll see.
I will say that the Ravens have a tight end, Mark Andrews. Might be available in your league. I picked him up on my leagues. Apparently he's supposed to...
Oh, I hate the Ravens offense, but I picked up this player from the Ravens offense.
He's a tight end. He's going to be a lot of checkdowns. That's what Lamar Jackson does. You know, if he would play, just real quick, if he would have played all year last year, they said he was on average to have the second most carries of any player, only behind Zeke, the quarterback. Keep running, Lamar Jackson. He'll be out by week 8. Redskins, Eagles.
Maybe trust Jordan Reed, but that's about it on that team. Maybe trust him because he gets hurt too.
Eagles, obvious Wentz and
Ertz.
Yeah. Last game at 12 o'clock, we got Rams and Panthers.
I'm picking Panthers.
I got the Rams. In case you guys forgot, Cooper Kupp was out last year. The Rams, he's back. He's a big threat in their offense.
And they're saying Brandon Cooks actually gets more receptions when Cooper Kupp is in, so we'll see if that holds true.
I hope so, because I got Brandon Cooks. 3 o'clock, Colts, Chargers. Would have been harder if Andy Luck hadn't retired. Screwed up my season picks. So screw you, Colts. You're going 4-12.
I got them going 6-10.
Jacoby Brissett is trash. Look at him. The year he started when Andrew Luck was out, they went like 4-12.
I think the team's better now, though. I think they put a lot of pieces around him.
We'll see. They don't fit the offensive line. He won't make it through the season either. All right, next game. Bengals, Seahawks.
Yep, Seahawks.
I got the Bengals going 0-16, so I got to go.
Chris Carson, people are high on him. I don't know. I trust him. I got him starting, so we'll see what happens.
And AJ Green is still out with a toe injury for nobody knows how long. So just keep him on your bench.
Yeah, he's not a bad player to have, but they're saying his stats keep going down and down and down every fantasy season. So maybe think about it next year. Let somebody else grab him.
He's been really injury prone last couple seasons. All right, game of the day: Giants, Cowboys.
Is it the game of the day though?
It is.
Is it the game of the day?
Yep, Cowboys.
Prime time slot, 3 o'clock.
Yep, it is when the Cowboys play.
I like that Bills Jets game earlier.
Yeah, that's the 12 o'clock.
That's what you watch when you wake up, when you're eating your cereal.
Hell yeah. Cowboys, Michael Gallup, if he's on your waiver wire, a lot of people don't know about him. He should have a breakout year this year. Zeke signed his contract, so he's back. They say he'll only be on pitch count. I don't believe it. They're going to feed him the ball. Kellen Moore's new offensive coordinator should look good.
And Giants, they're saying Evan Ingram and Saquon. Saquon's the obvious one, but Evan Ingram, if you're looking for a tight end, he's been ranked really highly. He looked good in the preseason, so we'll see what happens with that.
Next game, Niners, Bucks. I got the Niners.
I got the Bucks. I really like Bruce Arians, that offense, so I think some weapons will emerge from that. We'll see what happens.
George Kittle emerged last year for the 49ers. I think he'll have another good year. The last game of the 3 o'clock slot, the Lions and the Cardinals.
I got the Lions.
I got Arizona. This guy over here is Arizona hater.
I'm not a hater.
I think Kyler Murray is going to be a top 10 fantasy quarterback when the season's done.
Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, I love those guys.
If
one of them's still there.
Yeah, Fitz is. He's going to be there forever. If Kyler Murray wins Sunday, he'll be the first quarterback in like 2 decades as a rookie to win their first game. Sunday night, you got the Steelers and the Pats. This guy over here is a traitor.
No. The Pats beat up on us every year. I recognize a good team when I see it. They obviously win the Super Bowl way too damn much, so they're not a bad team. No one can say the Pats are a bad team. I will not respect your opinion if you think they're a bad team.
I got the Steelers. They beat the Pats last year in the regular season.
They're a good team too.
They got that cancer Antonio Brown out of there.
Le'Veon too. All these people trying to be divas.
Yeah, gone.
That's not what the Steelers are about. They're about Ben Rapisberger and getting this shit done.
So hopefully Juju will step up, be the number one.
Patriots. There's a timeshare at their running back.
Sony Michel.
Sony Michel I trust the most. People are still liking James White, but Sony Michel is really good. So we'll see what happens with that.
James White does not traditionally do good against the Steelers. In his career, I would put him on the bench and start Sony Michel, or if you have a better option than White, I would not start White.
No, I would stay away from that backfield altogether, in my opinion.
Sony Michel, I thought that last year, and Sony Michel always got the bulk carries and always did more with it, so I think he's going to be the Monday Night Football. Always got a doubleheader to start off week 1. We got the Texans at the Saints.
At the Saints, that's a big part there. You're in the Superdome.
Yes.
There's like little divots on the field and stuff, man. So
obviously the obvious, DeAndre Hopkins, the best receiver in the league. Saints got Michael Thomas.
If you don't know the fantasy players that are relevant for those teams, just stop playing fantasy.
It's a ton of them. That game's fucking riddled with fantasy. You'll have a lot of people to play Monday night. It's just
arguably the number 1 running back for fantasy. You could pick, and arguably the number 1 wide receiver for fantasy in the same game.
Yeah, so Michael Thomas would be a 2.
Yeah.
So there's and Deshaun Watson and Drew Brees. I mean, deep dive. Duke Johnson is now the Texans. When Lamar Miller got hurt, his fantasy stock shot through the roof. All right, then our second Monday night game, we got the Broncos and the Raiders.
The Raiders.
We got clown Antonio Brown. We had a screaming match with Mont Mayock. Punted the football in practice and said, "Fine me for that." They did, but they apologized.
Let me apologize to John Gruden and John Gruden alone. These are my confessions. I had y'all going 0-16. I think y'all actually win some games. I watched Hard Knocks. I have more respect for what y'all have going on there now. It's a team. I see what y'all got going on there. I respect it. I picked the Raiders this game.
I also have the Raiders. I'm going 8-8, so I'm not big on the Broncos. They got Flacco there. Never been a huge Flacco fan.
I like Flacco in them. I think they'll win some games. Carr's not the best, but he brought them to the playoffs before. He can make the throws. They're gonna ball out to just show everybody, hey, we're not dumpster fire.
It's better than people think. When you had Amari Cooper there, Amari Cooper had 1,000 yards receiving. So that's our picks. Just real quick, you got 2 college games, 2 top 25 matchups. You got Texas A&M versus Clemson. I don't think nobody's on Clemson's level. I think Clemson wins that in a round.
I'm going A&M.
Oh wow, I see that coming. And then you got LSU and Texas, and I'm going Texas.
Todd Herman over there is the head coach. I'm going to go LSU then because you picked Texans, and I want to pick the same thing as you.
Texas. That's it for week 1. Good luck in your fantasy league.
Yes. May the fantasy gods bring 1 or 2 of you guys plenty of bounty and nobody else in my league, just me in our league.
Hope you didn't draft Andrew Luck.
Out.
Later.